Welcome to another edition of Interesting People with Bob Brill. I really want to talk about this particular film today because it's now become my favorite film of the year. It really has. What we're doing is we're talking about the films of 2023, a lot of the films being nominated for awards, whether Oscars or Golden Globes, or even some of the SAG awards. And I often said I really thought that Oppenheimer should win Best Picture, whether it does or not. You can look back on this particular review, and it's a great film. But I think after watching American Fiction, American Fiction is my new favorite film. It is outstanding. It's funny. It's poignant. It has a really good story. The acting is marvelous. You got some major actors in it, as well as some folks that you haven't seen in a long time, like Leslie Uggams. And it's heartwarming. It's also about truth and realism, but it's funny. My only downside to this movie is I'm going to a little bit of a spoiler here, but not much. Tracy Ross Ellis is only in the film for, I guess, about 10 minutes. I'm sorry, Tracy Ellis Ross. I always get that mixed up. Tracy Ellis Ross. She's only in the film for just about 10 minutes. And I really wanted to see more of her. But Jeffrey Wright is outstanding. Sterling K. Brown is outstanding. And the rest of the cast is also very good as well. It was nice to see Leslie Uggams back on the screen. She plays Jeffrey Wright's mother, who is kind of going into dementia, which complicates everything that's going on in the mainstream of this film. And it's basically about a pretty esoteric writer. And being a writer, maybe this is one of the reasons I love this film so much. Um, and Jeffrey Wright is this writer who decides that he's tired of people out of their experience writing what is the Black experience on the street, and whether they're Black or white, or whether they come from, whether they're Black and come from a wealthy background or a privileged background is maybe more of the correct word. And he decides, as a joke, to write in that genre, in that vein, something that's totally foreign to him. And he convinces his agent to submit it. He goes, I can't submit this. This isn't you. He says, I know. I did it as a joke. Just submit it. The agent says, okay, I'll submit it to one or two. But it's going to bomb, and nobody's going to want this. Blank, blank, blank. And sure enough, one of the huge publishers says, we'll give you $750,000. And it's like, what? Are you kidding me? I just wrote trash. And that's what you want? And so it goes on, and I'll leave it at that. I mean, that's enough to tease you and let you know that this very poignant and dramatic movie is extremely funny. I mean, it's a dramedy. It has to be a dramedy. And the performances, Sterling Brown and Jeffrey Wright and Tracy Ellis Ross, for the small time that she's in it, outstanding, outstanding. And some of the minor characters just so endearing, and a couple of them you don't like at all, but a couple of them are very endearing. And it's a film you really got to go see. And you can watch it at home. You don't have to see this on the big screen. It's not that action film that you really want to see on the big screen. You can watch this one at home. You can stream it or whatever. But American Fiction is one film I recommend. You see, I mean, from beginning to end, because you have to watch it to the end. Don't ever even think about walking out on it, because there is a really powerful ending. So check it out. American Fiction, my new favorite for 2023. Hope you go out and see it. All right. Thanks again for joining us. We'll have more films coming up.